guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna do like a little cook with me, making the kids lunch. I'm making a protein packed healthy mac and cheese from eatingbirdfood.com. I will link it below if you want the recipe. It's, well, the kids say it's pretty good. I don't eat a lot of cheese because I'm lactose intolerant, so I did not eat any the last time I made it, but they seem to eat it pretty good. My husband liked it, so I'm making that again for lunch. So here we go. So this is everything you're gonna need. A box of chickpea rotini, some broccoli, spinach, mine's frozen because it was going bad, so I froze it so it wouldn't go bad. A wedge of Laughing Cow cheese, some, I think it calls for shredded cheddar, but this is what I've got. A tablespoon of butter, some milk, and salt and pepper. The first thing I'm going to do is to cut up the broccoli. Actually, I'm going to get the pasta boiling. So the water is boiling. We need 4 cups of broccoli florets. So let's go ahead and chop those. Chop them up pretty small so that my kids aren't disgusted. Most of my kids actually like broccoli. So that's 4 cups. Bring a large pot of water to boil. I'm doing that. And then we're going to add the chickpea rotini and cook that for a total of 8 minutes. We're going to add the broccoli halfway through to cook that, and then we'll drain those. I should have used bigger pan. That's okay. We can fix it. And then we're going to add the butter, the milk, the salt, and pepper. And once the butter has melted, we're going to add in the drained pasta and the broccoli, the spreadable cheese wedge, and the shredded cheese. We need a tablespoon of butter. It calls for organic, but I don't believe in that crap. Alright, so we're just waiting on the water to boil, and then we can finish this up. Alright, so the pasta has been boiling for 4 minutes, so I'm going to add the broccoli just right to this pan to cook that up. One thing I like about this recipe, there's minimal dishes dirtied. Alright, so we're just going to set a timer for 4 minutes for that, and then we can move on to the next part. The pasta and the broccoli are done cooking, so we're going to switch that off. Go ahead and drain those. Alright, and then we need to use the same pan in the same pot over low medium heat. We're going to add the butter. Oop, that's the wrong burner. We're going to add the butter, the milk, and salt and pepper, which my son already peppered the milk, so just add a little salt. Maybe a little more. Last time I think they told me it didn't have enough salt. And then once the butter has melted, we can add in the pasta and broccoli and the cheeses, the melt, and then we're going to add in the chopped spinach and toss until it's wilted. We're just waiting for that butter to melt. Alright, I think that's pretty much melted. So let's go grab the broccoli and pasta. Pour that right in there. And then the cheeses We've got our 1.5 cups of shredded, stuck to the bottom, and our wedge of Laughing Cow. Alright, I'm just gonna stir it all up until the cheese is nice and melted. Alright, so that is well coated. We're gonna add in the baby spinach and toss until wilted. Since my spinach was frozen, it's already wilted, so we're gonna toss until thawed. My daughters were funny the last time I made this. They said, there's not just broccoli in it, there's leaves. Alright, that looks good. What do you think? Yum. So here it is, all plated up for the 6 children. My husband is running errands, so he's not home right now. So he can warm his up when he gets home. This is what the kids will be eating for lunch. Well, I guess I won't be making this again. Don't you love when you slave over a meal and nobody eats it? They did devour a bunch of strawberries though. So for dinner today we're having a Roman feast for part of our school. So we're making stuffed dates. So these are dates and I just filled them with cream cheese. And my Finlay over here is crushing up some pistachios that we're going to sprinkle on top, and then we're going to drizzle them with honey. So we're going to be making like a bunch of snacky type things, kind of charcuterie board-ish. So this is the first thing we're making. Alright, here they are in their perfection, all drizzled with honey. Yum! Those look good. Okay, when I say that that's the first thing we're going to make, I really mean that's probably the only thing that we're going to make, because everything else is just, you know, snacky charcuterie stuff. So I just have to put it together. So I bought a ton of stuff, probably way more than we need. It's just going to be us, which is 8 people, and then we have a friend and his son coming over to join us. I got this whole big box of stuff, plus everything that's refrigerated. Yeah, but it's also the Super Bowl today, so this is kind of our Super Bowl party slash Roman feast for school. For learning about Rome with my oldest daughters. This is how we're looking so far. This is a roasted red pepper jelly, some pita chips, some figs, some fig Newtons, pomegranates, some fancy olives, these breadsticks, golden raisins, more figs, hummus. Yep. So I'm just trying to make this look nice. I've never done a charcuterie board before, so I'm just trying. Here's some more things that I have to go on it. I gotta put the dates on. I got these little apricot raspberry cookies, some of these Brookside dark chocolate pomegranates. And then some of this stuff is going on like a separate charcuterie board that'll be more cheeses and crackers, more for Super Bowl, more, yeah, Super Bowl-ish than Roman. Yes. So here is the finished board. Fancy smancy. And I'll show you the next board when I get that one finished. Alright, here's my second tray. This is more of the man tray. We got some smoked salmon and some Parmesan crisps and some cheese crispers and some prosciutto and some almonds and some grape leaves. And I realized I forgot something on my other tray. Now I forgot what I forgot. Oh, the grape leaves, so that's why I added them here. Yes. And now I'm gonna make up like a kid tray that's more just like cheese and pepperoni and crackers. Alright, so this is the adult cheese and cracker tray. I left these little labels so we can know what kind of cheeses we're eating. And then there's several different crackers, some Parmesan crisp, brie, some prosciutto, pepperoni. You know what? We should throw these strawberries on one of these trays. There we go. Fancy schmancy. This is the kids cheese tray, which is some club crackers and Ritz crackers, American, Colby Jack, cheddar, a little bit of turkey, and some pepperoni. I forgot salami, but maybe our guest is bringing it. And then this was the original tray that my husband's been stealing things from. And then this tray. Alright, so today for the lunch on the menu is mini chicken pot pies. And they're from the Pillsbury website, which I will link below. So let me grab what I need. Alright, so you're supposed to cut 5-inch rounds from the crust. If you have a 5-inch cookie cutter, you could use that, but I just use this bowl. It's about 5 inches, and then just cut around that edge. Supposed to let these thaw a little bit first, but they don't seem too bad. Then you're supposed to roll them out a little bit so that they're 13 inches in diameter. Start out at about 11. Grab my rolling pin. I like this mat because it has the measurements on it. I have no idea what these measurements look like. Alright, so that's about right. Not perfect, but good enough. I'm going to get as many of these as I can out of this, and then I'll have to re-roll it. So you just place these in some ungreased muffin tins, making like little pockets, push them down. And you want some hanging up over the top because you're going to fold it over once you get the moisture in here. You just take the rest of this dough. If you just roll this into a ball. Alright, now we need to chop our onion. But we made 12 and the rest of them was 10, so we'll call it good. I'll put some milk, a little butter. My butter's melted nicely. Add the onion. Some chicken in it. Alright, so that's about a cup and a half of chicken diced up. Our onions are doing great, so now we just need to add the flour and then the milk, thyme, salt, and pepper. So it's 4 teaspoons of flour. 1, 2, You just want to stir that up. Let the flour soak up all that butter. And when you add the milk, it makes a nice gravy. So, milk. There's a cup of milk, a half a teaspoon of thyme, half a teaspoon of salt, and a quarter teaspoon of pepper. And we're just going to stir this occasionally until it thickens up. If I needed a cup, oh, almost exactly a cup. There's extra peas. So we got our chicken and our peas. Consolidate those. We're going to add those once that thickens. We can put our milk away. I don't know when it stopped recording, but this is getting nice and thick. I don't think it's quite thick enough yet. We'll let it thicken up a little bit longer. You're gonna take each one and you're gonna crimp the top over. And like it's still gonna be kinda open. But that's how it's supposed to be. Alright, they're there. So we're gonna throw them in the oven for 20 to 25 minutes. Voila. Alright, here they are in all their gooey deliciousness. Just let them sit for 5 minutes before you serve them. I give everybody a banana because I'm lazy today. So this is our beautiful lunch. Oh, and in case you're on Weight Watchers, the pot pies are 7 points each if you make them with the ingredients that I did. Okay, so here's what my kids actually ate. They ate their banana and squished it. They looked like they mutilated it and ate part of their banana. That's probably my oldest. She loves these. Ate about half of it and part of their banana. Oh, someone else ate all of theirs. And someone ate all theirs but not their banana. It's also possible my husband came and stole some of theirs. Because there's only 8 missing from the pan. So I have a feeling he might have grabbed an extra one off of one of their plates. Just so you know that my kids don't actually eat what I slave over cooking for them. Today for breakfast, Finley and I are going to be making crepes. We're not expert crepe makers, but I've used this recipe before and I really like it. It is from House of Nash Eats? House of Nash Eats.com. So I will link that in the description box below. So let's get started. Oh, drop the raisins. Alright, so I'm going to double the recipe because I got 6 kids to feed. So we need 4 eggs in there. We got 6 tablespoons of butter. I'm going to throw that in the microwave to melt. Now we need a cup and a half of milk. We need a cup of water. 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Ooh. I'll let you do the vanilla. I'll do that.
Can you push me to the sink?
Yep.
Going on my game.
Alright, then we need a pan that's not clean.
They're all put in.
pan preheating at like medium-ish, medium-low. This is hot pan. Medium. Here's the pan. I'm using a little one because I'm feeding kids. You know, they'll probably eat like 500 of these things. Alright, let's try it. Alright, so you spray the pan. Yeah, just a little bit. And then you swirl it around. Cover all the edges. Perfect. And just let it cook until the top looks dry. When it looks nice and dry like that.
It's facing towards me. Just when you scrape the thing, it's not facing that. It's only facing that. Oh, that was it.
I'm not doing great today. You get stuck in that one spot. Why? Why you gotta play me like that? Alright, we're switching over to the cast iron. Cause this pan keeps sticking.
Okay.
Alright, cast iron, take one. I think the pan looks like hot enough. I'll put this in.
What?
Better. Why didn't I just start with the cast iron? Alright, here is everybody's crepes all done. Usually I have more fruit with them, but we're out of fruit. So a couple blackberries, some syrup, and a little whipped cream.